Friday. Now, is anybody in like a sport or dance or something that's UIL by chance? Because the grade check is next Friday, so you just want to make sure you're in the good green graces of passing or whatever. Okay. So, but they're not. Okay. Now, number 1. Today's date is the 9th. 9/9. Yeah. All right. Number 1. Now, yesterday we did one like this. It was actually number 1 on our notes, right? So I know these system of equations can be like a lot, okay? But let me remind you how to do this. If one of them is y equals, can't we put what it equals where we see y on the other equation? Okay? So if you weren't here yesterday, like you want to learn this real quick. So make sure you're looking over here because this is new, right? 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 Okay. So here's the deal. If I have 2 equations, we call that a system. And if I have a system, I'm going to take one equation and plug it into the other. Okay? Bless you. Y equals this, so this is going to replace this y. So let's rewrite that second equation. Write kind of small because you might run out of room here. Okay, so 7x minus 2, that's going to be the same. But instead of y, I'm going to put a parentheses. And what do I put there instead of y? Negative 4x minus 13, because that's what y equals, right? Is everyone looking? Equals negative 19. Now, everybody, I know this gets complicated real quick, so let's just pause and understand this first step. Y equals something, replace the y in the other equation with whatever that is, okay? The next step is where you're going to have to do some PEMDAS, okay? So we're going to distribute in front of that parentheses the negative 2, okay? So to get this simplified, negative 2 times negative 4x is what? 8x. Very good. Okay, so negative 2 times negative 4x is 8x. Okay. Cool. And then the negative 2 times the negative 13. Positive 26, right? Because it's a negative times a negative. All right, so far I've replaced or substituted, and now I'm going to simplify and, okay, bring down 7x plus, and then bring down negative 19. Now, you could, but at this point, when you see that you have more than one x, you can combine like terms, right? A 7x plus an 8x is what? 15x. Bring down plus 26 equals negative 19, right? Right, okay, so now it's a 2-step equation. So what do I want to get rid of first on the left side? Well, x is on the left. First we want to get rid of the loner. Get rid of 26 by subtraction, minus 26. Bring down 15x equals negative 19 minus 26. What could that be? Okay, negative 45. Okay, so negative 45. And then what do I do with that 15 to get x by itself? If it's a coefficient, we're going to divide by 15. So negative 45 divided by 15 is negative 3. Okay. Okay. Now, we're done, right? Ha, we're not done. Okay, especially if you weren't here yesterday, okay? When you do these, you solve for one variable, you're like part of the way there, okay? Now you have to use that to find the other one. So I'm going to take that negative 3, I'm going to rewrite the original equation, but I'm going to replace x with negative 3, because that's what it equals. So instead of negative 4x, I'm going to put negative 4 parentheses negative 3 minus 13. All right, so we're just replacing a bunch of stuff. What's negative 4 times negative 3? Negative 4 times negative 3. Okay, 12, positive 12, right, because the negatives cancel out, right? 12 minus 13, and what's 12 minus 13? Negative 1. Okay, so we get y equals negative 1. So if we do all this work and we get x is negative 3, we get y is negative 1, we can write that answer. Negative 3, comma, negative 1. That's an example of how to do a system of equations using substitution, which we already kind of talked about. It's kind of long, lots of steps, but we have a way to check our answers to make sure we're on the right track here. So I'm going to pull over my calculator. If I go to a new document, number 1, I don't save number 1. So what do I press to get to do the solving thing on the calculator? Menu 3, 2, okay? Now, if you look on the board, it's going to look different on my screen, but you press menu 3, 2, and you get this situation, okay? You press OK, because we have 2 equations. And people that weren't here yesterday, is everyone hearing this? Because this is the way you check your work, okay? So menu 3, 2, and in each of those boxes, you're going to type each equation. So y equals, on top, we're going to put y equals negative 4x minus 13, and then go down, and then type the other equation, 7x minus 2y equals negative 19. And then you hit enter. Now, these numbers, so you want to do that, menu 3, 2? Okay, so you type these in, I get negative 3 and negative 1. When you type it in, it's actually going to show up like an ordered pair, negative 3, comma, negative 1. Is that what I got doing substitution? Yeah. Okay, I did. So, there's a way to do it with substitution. There's a way to check it with nsolve, or menu 3, 2, whatever you want to call it, okay? Now, to save us some time here, because I know y'all want to get to the assignment. Okay, here on number 2, we'll just do this with the menu 3, 2. So everybody, menu 3, 2, type it in, okay? So here we go. Menu 3, you press 2, enter. Dang, that might not work actually. All right, so 6x minus sign y equals negative 2, go down, x plus 4y equals negative 17. Okay, I typed it in. I got my ordered pair, negative 1 and negative 4. Okay. So everyone has been exposed to substitution, even if you're sleeping. Substitution. Okay, I know it's a lot of steps, but you have notes on it from yesterday, and you have this warm-up. Well, for now, before I pick it up. So, what you want to do now that your warm-up's done? You got 5 warm-ups for this week. Monday, did you write did you write holiday on Monday? Tuesday, you should have had a warm-up. Wednesday, did you write sub or no warm-up or something? Thursday, you should have had a warm-up, and then Friday, today, you had a warm-up. If you were absent any day, you should have put absent on that day, right? So, make sure your name is on it, and you can pass it to the front. And I'm going to pass out your assignment. Believe me, I made this shorter than it had to be. This was supposed to be 2 pages, but I just gave you one side. So again, it's not as bad as it could be. Here we go.